back. Alright, so, Mal, you were having him demonstrate how the armor keeps shiny.
Yeah, afterwards I would say, it's impressive craftsmanship. I recognize great craftsmanship when I see it. Fortunately, that's outside of my price range. I was wondering if you have something more just, one of your quicker works, I guess, probably.
Certainly. What are you in the market for? What kind of plate is your thing?
I can't quite handle these heavier armors that I've seen people wear, but I like one of the higher quality light ones that you have.
Let me see what Thanan's got in the back. He walks back. Hey, I got one looking for the shiny chain. Another dwarf comes out of the back. Her hair is kind of tied into something you've not really seen a dwarf do, but there's like a her beard hair and her back hair are kind of tied into a bun on her head. And she comes walking forward with a suit of chainmail and kind of lays it on the counter. It seems to like kind of just fall onto the counter very lightly. We get a lot of people looking for this. The first dwarf walks over and gestures to it. You want to take a look at it?
Sure. I'll inspect the craftsmanship. What is it?
This is very high quality chainmail. You have some... Do you have any ranks in crafting?
Yeah.
Of metalworking?
Yeah, I have crafts, engineering, whichever makes more sense.
You would still probably be able to recognize this as mithril chain.
Oh, yeah, I can't, I still can't, I was just needing something on the very light side. I still can't,
Yeah, very light. The lightest thing we have.
I guess I was specifically thinking armor that's smaller in size.
You don't like chain? How about it in shirt size?
Yeah, that would be some. It just gets in the way of like my arm motions when I'm trying to conjure my magic when I wear something like that.
Get him the smaller one. They bring up a like smaller chain shirt size of the same mithril.
I don't even know. Do you make everything only out of mithril? Isn't this very expensive?
Yeah, it's very expensive. But lots of people, that's what they want. They want quality. It's about survival, right?
Well, I've only had an actual paying job for the first time in my life for like the last week. So I'm probably looking more for just something on that type of budget.
He's on a budget!
Can you not say that so loud? Oh my gosh.
Sorry. She's hard of hearing. She brings up another chain shirt, and this one is like the raggediest chain shirt you've seen. It looks like it's been through a few bouts. It still looks like it would be fully functional, but you can see like places where like, and it managed to keep an arrow from impaling someone. It's got a few scorch marks here and there.
See, I would actually see this as like a piece that like has flaws that I could fix on my own and like perfect in my own way. And I would just look at this and I would just be like, perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Chain shirt. Simple as it comes. You don't want anything else done to it? It's very plain.
Maybe one day, but for now I just need to stop getting knocked unconscious.
Alright. Well, you do have to notice, like, this is of a higher quality, and he, like, tears at it a few times. You see?
Yeah,
So
maybe beat it up a little bit more for him.
Even though it's been beat up, it's still got a lot of good use left in it. So I can give you a good deal on it.
Okay, well, let's talk.
So normally, to get one of these brand new, you'd be looking at paying in the realm of fucking brain. I believe it's two. Hold on. I believe it's $250 if I remember correctly for a Masterwork chain shirt.
Chain shirt's 100 and then Masterwork adds 150 to
yeah.
armor.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to make sure my math was right. But because it's gently used, I can cut you a break. How about I give it to you for, let's say, $210?
I think I could do that. What if I trade in this? I kind of show him my armor, which I assume is still fairly newish. I don't know, but I would just try and see if I could get any sort of exchange with my current armor for it.
$205. However,
right.
Military's probably not going to like that. You see these insignias?
Alright, yeah, I guess I should probably just... sure. I'll just pay what he's asking.
Okay.
This is Master Chainmail?
Yep. It is Masterwork chain shirt. Did you want chainmail?
Or, sorry, chain shirt.
Yeah.
I did the same thing, yeah. Okay. I would say thank you, and, truly, your craftsmanship it's beautiful.
Thank you. It is not my craftsmanship. It is my wife's craftsmanship.
Ah. You just do the bartering.
Yeah. If only her hearing was as good as her craftsmanship, perhaps I could retire.
So that would be all I'm doing here.
Okay.
And yeah, all I'm looking to do at the library is I'm specifically just seeing if I can use whatever got described to me by... So, like, I would probably deduce that in the dream he was talking about heads and stuff, so I would assume I think that it's related to hunting. So I would look at either for books for animal byproducts that are black iniquity or things that hunters would use that are black.
Okay.
So I'm just...
Yeah, so you can, in a library that's still going to be a knowledge nature that's trying to identify in books kind of the subject matter that you're looking for. So I don't need to be that. And Cassius, you'll probably be at the library around the same time going through maps. I imagine you've got, like, charts upon charts of maps laying out around you. So why don't you give me a knowledge geography?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mal.
Knowledge geography.
All right. Now, do you have ranks in knowledge geography?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mal, you, like, hide could mean anything, Bernie smells could mean anything, like, all these books just have so many listings of animals and scents, and you're just, like, drowning in information here, and nothing is, like, really giving you anything of any value. In the meantime, Cassius, you are, like, looking at every map this country has to offer. You've got, like, maps of places that people said that they can't find maps of. You're like, nope, found it right here. That's this place. And so you're looking at, like, you're trying to recall back to where your compass was pointing and what could be in that direction. And
I'm also gonna, like, try to make marks on the mind map that of any of these places, like any like relevant cities or caves, perhaps.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a survival to go along with this check. And you do get your compass bonus or your wayfinder bonus.
Okay.
So yeah, you can triangulate pretty well. Like you're thinking about it and like something like gives you the idea like to take out the wayfinder just to like double check and see if maybe it's pointing again, and it is.
Yeah.
Like you draw it from your pocket, and it seems like the needle moves back in that direction, and you are able to triangulate that it is in a line something like this. Oh, I think I have you guys on the wrong map. Hold on.
Yeah, I was like waiting for it, and then I was like,
So I'll actually use that one. That's fine. So it is something like this.
oh, like to Dragon's Cove, it looks like, or through Dragon's Cove.
Yeah, you can't really tell. I'm just giving you like the general direction.
Okay, Meraxis and Dragon's Cove and Akumsana kind of somewhere in that line.
It's the best.
Okay.
But without traveling in any other direction, it's really hard to narrow down like what you're looking at. Oh, I'm actually pointing from the wrong direction. I'm sorry. You would get a line more like that.
Okay. Gotcha. So it could be any of those things or something even further.
Yep.
So our map kind of just covers up this area, right?
Yes, your current map is effectively... Oh, give me the shape thingy. Give me the shapey drawer. No! Not the shapey drawer. Shapey drawer.
Oh.
This.
Something like this? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If there's anything in the area...
But the maps you're looking at are literally everything here.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm not going to be able to like get a copy of any of these from here.
Not from the library, no.
I'm going to also see if I can go find some place in town that sells maps. There
is a cartographer. Certainly.
Okay. I'm also going to
go ahead.
Mark down on the smaller map if there's anything on that map that like stands out.
Okay. As you're looking at the bigger map, there is some other stuff that does stand out. What I'm going to do with this information that you have is you can kind of write it down on your map. You'll have, quote-unquote, written it down on your map. And when we go to those towns, you can treat those towns as if you know where those towns are.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So I am going to... You can head off to the cartographer. Mal, where you're at the library here, is there anything else you want to research?
No, I imagine I just spend forever trying to figure out this smell thing, and it's like I end up concluding that I don't even know. Something stupid.
Alright, so you head over to the cartographer, Cassius. The cartographer is he's got a number of maps along the wall, maps of different countries, maps of the way that they believe the world is presently shaped, nautical maps, aerial maps, terrain maps for different areas. And he looks up from a specific map with a magnifier in his eye as he turns to you. Oh, hello.
Hey. You alright?
I'm fine. Got a lot I'm working on. What can I do for you today?
Looking for some maps. Surprise, surprise.
Yes you are. If you're here, you're looking for maps. Well, I've got a few.
Are there any price tags on any of them?
Maps are priced to some degree. Let me get the base price for maps, and I will increase relevantly. Alright, so the base price for some of his maps are around 50 gold. And they kind of go up from there based on how much more detail or more map area you want to cover.
I'm gonna kind of ask him what is the most pricey one that he has, just to kind of get a range.
How deep are you looking to go? Like, you want a specific topographical map of an area? Do you want a larger map of the world, the country? What is it you're after?
I hadn't even thought about world maps, but more specifically the country.
Details? What kind?
What kind do you have?
Are towns important to you? Is landscaping important to you?
Any kind of landmarks, towns, like caves, places of note, stuff, that kind of stuff.
It's a little hard if you want all of that. So, I might be able to do it. That's gonna be an overlay map. You're getting into the thousands of gold territory for mapping.
Gotcha.
You see, and he pulls out a map, and he, like, rolls it out, and you can see, like, little flashes of light coming from it. And he's, like, able to manipulate this map in ways where he can, like, raise up the terrain to show you, like, what the terrain looks like in the area. He can, like, move things around a bit, and he can show you, like, some important landmarks that are in the area. He moves it around another bit, and he shows, like, all the towns. And he can, like, bring up 3D versions of the layouts of the towns.
And you said something like that would cost thousands?
Yeah. This right here is about 2,000 gold.
That's a nice map.
It does come with a lifetime of free updates, though, and he like rolls it closed.
Huh? Is that a world map or?
This is a country. This one specifically is a country map.
Okay.
That doesn't have zoom in it, though. Just for the record.
Gotcha. Well, I don't have quite that much money to spend on maps, but I was looking for something a little more than 50 gold.
All right. Which is more important to you, terrain or landmarks?
Now, when you say terrain, like, what do you mean? Like
raises and lowerings.
Okay.
You know, other things that could cause troubles in movement.
I suppose landmark, but now that you mention that, that's kind of that seems like it could be important too.
Well, for around 300 gold, I can give you landmarks and cities, landmark cities and towns.
Of the country, or?
Of the country. And it comes with lifetime updates.
Now, when you say updates, what are you talking about?
So let's say somebody discovers a new landmark, or somebody founds a new town, and it goes on the record, and I get the information about it. You can stop on in here, and I will update your map for you, no charge.
Interesting. Is this the only location that you have?
Yes.
Okay. So it had to come back here specifically. Got it.
To update that map, yes.
What if I wanted to upgrade the features of the map?
That's a lot different.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to just come in and be like, now I would like the topographical information.
No, that's going to require you buying the top level map.
Gotcha. What's the next step down you have from this one? Is that the 50 gold one?
50 gold will get you cities and a little bit of terrain.
Is that the next step down from this 300 gold one, or?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
And when you start getting into towns and landmarks, it starts getting a bit difficult to map.
So it'd give a kind of like a small idea of what terrain to expect, and.
Yeah, basically for 50 gold, you'll get access to the full country map.
Okay,
as what you see on the screen now.
And then, so would I have access to any like other cities or something that would be?
What you would get if you bought the 300 gold map is you would get access to being able to see where other towns are. That would mean I'd have to update the map a little bit more, but it would give you knowledge ahead of time of where places are that you have to go, and it wouldn't just be the military having to mark something off on the map and potentially marking it wrong on your map, or potentially because what they're doing now is they just bought a bulk bunch of like these smaller zoomed in maps, and they're just like copying them and handing them out to new recruits. These are like not very detailed maps, and they only handle the local area.
That explains like why the one map we have has different handwriting and everything. Okay. Well, let me check my money here. You said 300?
Yeah, and you're also buying a substantial difference in survival check.
Okay, that's good. I hadn't even really considered that much. How long do you think it'll take to make this map?
I can get you a copy in about 8 seconds.
All right. And then you said the one has like the landmarks, and the one would be like the terrain.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, the terrain. If I got the one with the landmark, kind of like just like what I'm seeing here on the overmap.
If the one with the landmarks would be better than the one that you're seeing on the current overland map, the 300.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, but I mean, like the terrain would be basically what I'm seeing here, though.
Terrain is going to be a lot more detailed. So the terrain map is going to dramatically affect your movement and provide you with a substantial bonus when you're wandering out in the wilderness. Not to necessarily get to towns, but if you were like trying to navigate the wilds, like in looking for something specific, and somebody gave you like details of there's this in this area and this is in this area, a topographical map you'd be able to like look at and go, okay, well what he's describing looks like the land formations around this area, and I should navigate us that way.
Yeah, I meant the one with the landmarks would look like this basically, like it would have this kind of level of detail for the terrain, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. I actually, you know what? I think that I might. And then the only other thing he has is that really expensive one that I can.
Yeah, or maps of other countries, or he's got some maps from like old ruins that are available, that have been explored. But he says if he's got maps for him, somebody's probably already been in it.
He's got ones for ruins?
Yeah.
Like are they 50 like gold too, or are they like?
No, they're mostly decorative, so he'll sell those for like 10 gold.
Huh. How many of them does he have?
He's got all kinds of different ones, like different like old temples that have been abandoned. He's got ones for various caves that have been explored. These are like the maps that somebody like drew out as they were going through like, you know, some sort of area. And a lot of people like to display them in frames on the wall.
Anything in this region?
He's got a few from this region.
You know what? Like specifically like the side of the mountain range, like where we've kind of been at for the most part. You know what? I'll take those. I'll take the one with the cities and towns. And he said, how much would a world map, just out of curiosity, be?
A world map will run you around 200 gold. It's a pretty sizable map. Like they don't make it in a smaller size. It's a pretty large map.
Okay, that might be a little more than I have to spend on maps at the moment. Yeah. But that is something I'd be interested in. And you said this one was 300?
Yes.
All right. I'll go ahead and
he extends
300.
Okay, he extends a hand. You drop the gold in his hand, and as you drop the gold in his hand, the gold is kind of absorbed by his hand, and he reaches down with his hand and he picks up the map and he like slams a blank map face down on another map that's in front of him, and he like rolls it up and hands it to you. There you go.
Perfect. Grab the map. You have like a case or anything I could put this in?
Sure, you get that for free. And he throws one up and he like hands it to you with his other hand.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Oh, and you said he had some maps of like the stuff around here. This is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you want some abandoned caves or temples?
Yeah.
Or what do you like?
How many do you got?
I got lots.
We had some kind of mission for caves, right, recently, or?
There's ones, but it's likely no one's explored those.
Okay.
He does not have maps of places that people have not explored.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought I remember somebody saying about something about caves recently.
Yes, you guys presently, Mal knows of a location of a mine, and there's also potentially one that Kazarim is keeping in secret.
Okay. Yeah, if he has any ones around the mountain range or on this side of the mountain range, then I'll grab some of those too.
Sure. He'll charge you 10 gold apiece for each one that you want to take.
How many does he have?
He's got 4 total.
Cool. I'll grab all 4 of them.
Okay. One of them that you can take note of is it's a map of the old Akunsant caves.
All right. Old Okay.
It has in parentheses around it, currently out of date. And that'll be 40 gold total for the 4.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
And then the other ones are, there's 3 other ones, right?
There are 3 other ones. I'll give you notes on them a little later.
Okay.
Alright, so this new map gives you a +3 circumstance bonus on survival checks. When you are going specifically to a destination.
Let's see. I have a
mapped destination, I should clarify.
Okay.
And it will also open up me displaying all of the towns in this area specifically. I'm not going to populate the rest of the towns across the world right now. I will populate the ones within the area you might go to. And as you get within range of other ones, I'll start populating the rest of the towns.
That makes sense. I gotta make sure that my stuff that circumstance bonuses don't stack, do they?
Circumstance bonuses do stack.
Okay, cool.
I'll double check that, but I'm fairly certain that it is circumstances that do stack.
Okay, got it. Well, actually, yeah, because I'll need to update my survival, my plethora of survival bonuses that I've got going on here.
Yeah, circumstance bonuses stack with all the bonuses, including other circumstance bonuses, unless they arise from essentially the same source. So, like, you can't use multiple maps in conjunction with each other of the same type to stack, but if you did have the topography map and you had the other map, those 2 maps would stack their circumstance bonus, as would your wayfinder, as would any other items that could potentially help you find your way.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Make sure I don't have any. This. Okay. Yeah, I added it to my notes for my survival then.
Okay, excellent.
And then I'll go look for the rest of the party.
Okay. Arius, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
I would want to find an apothecary or alchemist shop if it's in the village or not.
Okay. Yes, you can absolutely find that.
Yeah, so I'd just walk in and I'd say, I've been having trouble sleeping. Do you have any potions to, perhaps after like drinking it after a few hours, like an hour or so, you would be quote unquote dead to the world for a good night's sleep?
Poor sleep is always a sad thing, isn't it? A very attractive female gnome is kind of sitting on the counter as you walk in. Sleep is a wonderful thing if you can get it. I think I could assist you in such things. How long are you looking to sleep?
Normal night's rest, 6 to 8 hours.
I believe I have something for that. And she kind of leans back and reaches quite a ways and plucks something up and puts it on the counter next to her. I believe this will do it. This little little toxin here should put you out for the night.
Will it awake me from any loud sounds, or will I be out?
Oh, you'll be out. Like somebody hit you over the back of the head.
I think that's what I'm looking for. When I'm looking at this thing, is it like a big potion, or is it like a small vial I could...
It's just a little tiny vial that you could probably pour into something else. It does taste quite dreadful, so you will probably want to blend it in with something. But it will do the trick.
How much for such a valuable potion?
This I will give to you for 50 gold.
And how much for a good-looking guy like myself?
60.
Give me a diplomacy or a bluff.
I can't wait.
Oh, I'm a smooth talker.
All right. She will give it to you for 40.
All right, I'll say deal.
right. This will put you out for 8 hours. However, you will not be able to wake up, regardless of the circumstances, during that 8 hours.
Okay.
So hopefully, Sphinxara doesn't break in your room.
Yeah.
However, you will discover that this will allow you to skip through your dreams.
Ooh, okay. Awesome.
All right. Anybody else got anything else they want to do during this day? Sphinx, you're making how many potions?
I'm making... I got enough for the rest of the 4 of us to make potions, so I will make...
Is there anything else you want to make a potion of?
So I just can't make personal spells into potions, right?
Hold on a second. Let me make sure I have that correct. I'm more of a wondrous item person, so...
No personal, and it has to have a target of some sort.
It has to target 1 or more creatures. Can I give you a small GM hint of a useful potion? The hint is you used it before last week. Used the spell last week on Zeke.
I did make him humongous.
Yep.
I didn't even think about that. That'd be so good.
How much is it to make?
The same price as your cure moderate. I'm sorry, actually no, it is less than that. Enlarge person is a first level spell. Something that I forgot. So it is 50. It is 25 gold to make it if you want it to only last 1 round. Or I'm sorry, if you only want it to last for I think 1 minute. Yeah, so it's 1 minute for 50 gold. It is 100 for 2. So I'm sorry, it would be 25 for 1 minute, 50 for 2 minutes, and 75 for 3 minutes, because it's 3 times spell level, or it's 50 times spell level times caster level.
And how many rounds is a minute?
6 rounds are in a minute. I'm sorry, 10 rounds are in a minute. So it's quite a bit of time.
I'll just do 1.
Okay, so that'll be 25 gold.
Alright.
And would that take the same amount of time to make, or?
It does unfortunately take the same amount of time. As she can bundle a bunch of these together though, because she's kind of spending a whole day. So I would let her spend up to 1,000 gold in potions, making these potions together. It's just basically her whole day making potions. I think that basically is going to cover though all the potions you'll be able to fit into the day.
Fair.
All right. So yeah, you can bring the potions down with you to dinner, and everyone can meet up for dinner once more.
Oh, perfect. Go.
Yeah.
No, I'm assuming it's healed.
Zeke, are you coming down for dinner?
So yes, but the reason why I'm coming down is I'm actually gonna purchase a different room to stay in.
Okay.
I was thinking about doing the same thing, actually.
They will let you swap out your room. That is fine.
Okay.
What reason do you give them out of curiosity?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not telling the innkeeper.
You just say like, hey, I didn't.
Okay, so you're just insisting on a new room. Eventually he'll give in. But he's like, he goes through the checks like, is it dirty? Does it smell funny? Do I need to get a cleaning crew up there?
I just don't like the room.
All right, fine. And I'll swap you out keys.
Are all the rooms here like the same price?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you also room swapping?
Well, I was actually thinking about it just in case somebody decided someone in my party kill me in the middle of the night.
I mean, you have no reason to believe that's happening. If there's only one person I could plausibly believe one other person I could plausibly believe might want to change rooms.
Yeah, like, well, because I guess no, she was only out in the.
Yeah, she was in a hallway.
Yeah. No, I was gonna, but yeah, no, if there's room, then there's no reason for me to
You
change.
just cut out. I don't know why all of a sudden it's now deciding to do this again, but it's not cool, man.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, if there's no upgraded rooms, then there's no reason for me to change, I suppose.
Okay. All right. So, anything you guys want to discuss over dinner, or anything anybody wants to let the party know they made for them?
Before we get our food, I'm gonna show off my cool new maps.
All right.
In ascending order of coolness. So first I'll start with like the miscellaneous 3 maps that I've got for the caves or whatever they were that I found. Then I'll show the old Akusant map, the mines or whatever it was, right?
Of the tunnel system.
The tunnel system. Kind of look over at Mal real quick and see how he reacts to that. See if he looks like he recognizes that at all.
Mal would not.
I would just have a wholesome look on my face though, because these maps are probably nicer than the gift that Arius gave me, but like I still just love my gift. Like I got a gift, you know. It's like this map has intrinsic value.
I got.
Oh no, I didn't know.
A nice weapon. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm literally saying though, like, you know, like yours is all fancy stuff, but mine has like sentimental value, you know. And you can't buy that.
Oh yeah, no, I was just wondering if you recognized any of this map here. You said you were in the mines out there somewhere, right?
Yeah, but I'm not very familiar with maps. It's something that I'll have to recreate from my memory.
That's fair. And then I've got this. Whop.
Yeah. He drops a pretty large size, like very detailed map of like all the locations throughout RA4.
Someone's been busy.
Yep, took all about 8 seconds.
Well, I'm glad we were somewhat productive.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I figured it'd be helpful in finding some of these places we need to go. Maybe make us get lost a little less.
True.
How does everyone's demeanor look at dinner? Does anyone look really like they saw ghosts last night, or is everyone just kind of like playing it like cool?
I'll check my Wayfinder again.
Okay.
So you're like compulsively checking your Wayfinder
to see if it's still showing the southwest direction.
You do notice that Cassius though does have like a larger than usual stack of drinks in front of him, because you did say that was part of your goals for the night or the day.
Yep. Made sure that I was only a little drunk when I got the map, and then, to try to help me sleep through the night, I'm gonna buy some of these drinks.
I think if anyone's looking closely, I don't know how obvious this would be, but I think Arius would be developing some sort of like nervous tick where he would be thumbing the toy a lot. Like he'd just be like playing with it in his hand and like not really looking at it, but just constantly like having it in his hand and like thumbing it around in his hand and stuff. I don't know if anyone notices that, if I'd be doing it on the table, or just self-consciously I'd be doing that a lot now.
I'll roll a perception just to see. Like, essentially what I've been like trying to do is just like get a read for how you guys like act and stuff, and see like how stable your emotions are and whatnot. I assume I probably wouldn't notice. I just gotta love it. So
well, I wouldn't be hiding it at all. It'd be kind of self-conscious I'd be doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't make note of it, but I would, if I noticed it, I would keep track of it. mentally.
Not self-conscious. Subconsciously, I'd be doing it. Sorry. I was like, wait, what the hell did I just say?
Is anybody else presenting anything for the night that they've accomplished?
I will inform the party that their potions are ready.
You inform the party in character, please.
Well, I've spent the entire day, but all of the potions that you have requested are complete.
Amazing.
Nerd.
You're just gonna.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You're just gonna tell them about the ones they requested.
And there's a spare special extra thing that I've made.
What is that?
I've noticed how useful that in person. Decided to make a potion that to add to the collection.
She says, like, half covering her mouth the entire time.
I believe you used that spell on Zeke, was it, in that fight?
Yeah.
Is he the most useful person to give this potion to? And is he getting it for free, or I'll kind of look at Zeke with like side eyes?
Well, I had just gone down there to get a different room. I wasn't there for dinner.
That's fine. You can still see him. Like, he comes down. So actually, Mal, you would notice this. Like, well, actually, with that perception, you probably wouldn't. So yeah, you would have come down and gone back up. So you guys actually wouldn't see Zeke.
Well, I think that would be a general question then. I
Okay.
think if I don't see him here, I thought he was here eventually.
Yeah.
So if he's not here, I think at one point I'd say, I actually brings up the potion actually, and I say, didn't you cast it on Zeke? I'll say, hey, by the way, where is Zeke? Is he not joining us for dinner?
No clue.
Has anyone seen him today?
Not unless I saw him this morning. I mean, But I wouldn't mind getting some of those potions if you have the time later on.
I'm not sure I have much more time today, but the next time we have nothing going on.
Yeah, in the future at some point. Also, as seems to be tradition since I started staying here, last night I had a weird, but probably not as weird as your guys' dreams seem to be.
You're at Beckley.
And
discuss things.
I woke up and my wayfinder was pointing southwest, and I'll kind of like show it on the map where it was pointing. Not exactly.
Or when you woke up.
In the dream, Sphinxara's head turned into a wayfinder again.
Okay.
So I threw it, and then I threw her.
A reasonable reaction.
Yeah.
Sarcastically.
And then the sun turned into a wayfinder as it was coming over the horizon. So I shot an arrow at it because I didn't know what else to do. And then I woke up and it was facing... Well, I woke up and apparently I'd thrown it out the window. And then I went and found it, and it was pointing southwest, but it was like spinning around quite a bit. And then it pointed southwest, and then it stopped. And periodically throughout the day, it's been doing that again. So, went and got some maps.
Is this thing not broken, maybe?
That is a good question. I'm not sure. I think it might have something to do with the little thing in there that she was pointing at, or she looked at last time. Maybe? I don't know, some ghost shit.
The spell did seem to sort of... as if it was trying to point to maybe whoever it belonged. Like either it's trying to find them, or they're trying to find it.
Great. Some ghost shit and some magic shit.
Did anyone else have a strange night? And I'll kind of look to everyone else.
Normalish. I believe I'm starting to be able to start to identify how we can get these sentients, their identities back. I think
That's good.
It's going to take more time, unfortunately.
Before we bed down for the night again, we should have someone check in on Zeke if no one's seen him around. Make sure he's all right. Especially if we've had some weird things going on lately.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone should, at bare minimum, let him know that we're partying in the morning, right?
Well, I think he's aware of that at least, but just make sure he's.
Well, just remind him if no one's seen him,
Yeah. Fair point.
Sphinxor, you've had a magical bond. He probably trusts you. Maybe you should go.
I think that's reasonable.
Okay, I missed some of that.
Speaking
Sorry.
of which,
Wait, what?
I'm basically suggesting you should go because you have cast magic on him and stuff and whatnot. He seems to at least know you somewhat to that degree and trust you. Would it be reasonable? Would you go talk to him, or would you prefer someone else do it? If it makes you uncomfortable, then...
I mean, I suppose I could.
He said more than 4 words to you, so...
Sure, he's rather reserved.
Yeah,
Speaking of our job tomorrow, I'll look in front of Cassius. How many drinks has he pounded back to?
A lot.
1 drink, 2 drink, 3 drink, 4.
Maybe that's enough liquor for the night. We need to be on our game tomorrow. And I'll say it to everyone. I'll say it to the party, but I'll kind of be looking at Cassius in general. But not so obvious. He knows I'm talking about him, but I'm not doing it super obvious that.
Oh, so this is last call. Got it.
Yes. We need to be prepared for tomorrow. No, I think that's enough, Cassius. Enough. We've all had enough tonight. But yes, before bed, Sphinx, you should probably check in on Zeke.
Give me a perception there, Cassius. And since you're involved in this, Arius, you give me a perception as well.
Okay. Perception.
All right. So Cassius, you do the gesture of 7, and you see the bartender points up to your room, and then gives you a thumbs up. And Arius, you catch none of it.
I'll just nod. My intention was to kind of block his view and do this, but
they read it as 7.
Yeah, as he's doing that, I'm kind of turned to Sphinxar, and I'm talking about yes, make sure before bed you check on Zeke and make sure he's ready to go in the morning.
Okay.
And yeah, I think we'll head to bed and get ready to depart in the morning.
Yeah. Anybody else doing anything before bed?
Nope.
All right. So off to bed you all go. Sphinx, you go to where Zeke's room was, and you knock at the door. There is no answer.
I knock a little harder.
Still no answer. Still
wait,
no
there's
answer.
a dead ant body there. Hang on.
What?
Nothing. No dead ant bodies over here.
If you have dead ant bodies on your desk, you should probably clean that up.
Yeah, but someone stole the tissues I had in here, so I have nothing to clean it up with right now.
Wash your hand before bed. Alright, so, yeah, still no answer.
I will head over to where I know Mel's room is and report Zeke is not answering.
Alright, you knock at Mal's door. Mal, you hear the knock?
I would go answer. As in, did you hear movement in the room?
I didn't hear anything. There was no response at all.
I guess I can go look myself, and I'll go to wherever his room was.
Okay.
And I will also knock on the door.
Yep.
um,
There will be no answer.
I'll like start knocking really loud, be like, "Damn it! This is an order, Zeke. Wake up!"
All right, Zeke, give me a perception.
All right.
Bless you. Zeke, you think you hear some commotion out in the hallway.
Right, I mean,
You don't have to do anything about it. It's up to you.
it's near my door, or like I can tell that it's
somewhere down the
where
hall.
I was.
It sounds like it might be down near where you were.
Sure, I'll peek out of my room.
Okay. Mal, give me a perception. Damn, all these low rolls.
We're using them now, so we got them for combat.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't end up seeing where Zeke is hiding, but Zeke, you can see Mal, like, pounding at your old door.
Alright, I'll do like a
Yep.
his direction.
You can easily hear
Well.
that, Mal.
Like, what are you doing, Zeke?
Are you
I
yelling
guess
at from down the hall, or?
I walk up closer to you, and I'm just like, why aren't you switched rooms without telling us? What's going on? This is shady stuff. I don't like shady stuff.
Like while you're talking, I'll do like and motion you to come in real quick.
Okay, I'd probably recognize this as like something that seems serious to me, so I would shut up and I would just follow.
Okay.
So when he gets stabbed, that means Arius is line, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, when Tom gently stabs him with his rancier. Nice sneak attack weapon there. Let me get both my hands on this.
Well, he braced before he came in, obviously.
Hey, it's not a rancier. It's a Gizari.
Gisarmi. Yes.
Gisarmi. So it would be chopping off his head as he enters the door. Is how that would work. But
with all your sneak attack damage, right?
Yeah.
The barbarian sneak attack. God, sorry. Didn't mean to ruin everybody's immersion.
Alright, yeah, I had to switch room. I got somebody bad looking for me, so.
They came to your room?
In a dream. Looks like you guys infected me.
I mean, dreams can just be like, perceiving or imagining something. I mean, how do you know it was real? My swords are here, I can feel them, I know they're real, but are you sure you're not just imagining things?
Well, maybe it was just a dream, maybe it wasn't, but I had to switch rooms just to make it less likely that I'd be found, okay?
Okay, yeah, that's understandable. I mean, everyone's comfort's important. If you do go wandering, let either me or Arius know, because otherwise we don't know if something's happened, or we kind of got to stick together in this place. It seems like we don't have many allies around here, so.
All right. Well, I figured I'm trying to keep my room switch a secret. The less people that know about it, the better. And that I would just meet up with everyone tomorrow in the morning.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, you can't trust the people you're traveling with. They could just stab you in your sleep anyways. So I kind of give a sadistic laugh, but
How comforting.
Jeez.
All right.
Oh.
So yeah, I would.
What's up?
Go back to my room then after.
All right, don't tell anyone where I'm at though. All right.
Okay.
Well, I probably, since I didn't get a chance to see Zeke, I would have probably given Mel the potion for Zeke to give to him.
Yep, the potion of
just
enlarge.
in case he didn't see him.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I would say that magic Sphinx aura uses on you, and I sometimes use too. It she can harness it. She made a potion for you in case you need it when she's not around.
All right, I'll thank her in the morning.
Good. Yeah, she works hard on these, so. And yeah, then I would go to my room.
Okay. All right, let's get one more set of sleepy times in here.
Yay!
We get to skip Arius for this one.
I didn't drink my potion. I did not drink my potion.
Oh, you did not drink the potion. Okay, so we will not be skipping Arius for this one. Zeke, you changed rooms that will actually affect you for this. You will have a +5 bonus on your next will save.
All right, I need it.
So why don't we start with Sphinx again, since that is the most relevant.
What if I just put everything I own in front of that door?
I mean, you can do that.
Instead of setting my stuff off to the side for the night, I set it in front of the door.
Okay.
To try and, make a makeshift blockade out of my stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a will save to start off your night as you finally drift into sleep feeling secure with all this stuff in front of your door. Alright, you sleep nice and easy through the night. Alright, that'll take us to... who's next? Let's go ahead and do Zeke. Go ahead and roll your will with that +5.
Alright.
Oh, very good. You will sleep easily through the night.
Alright.
Alright. So we got 3 left in their dreams. That'll put us at Arius first. Once you go to sleep, right back into the room you go.
Okay, just for the record, I would have slept with the toy on the desk again.
Okay.
Not on my, I would want to see what happens.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm back in my room with the toy.
With the toy.
Am I in my childhood state, or have any Arius thoughts this is a lot of the times I've been in here?
You are in your childhood state here, but you remember your previous childhood states very clearly. And you're starting to get familiar with some more of the terrain. Some of the toys are starting to become a little more clear to you. There's these gloves that have little pointy fingertips on them that are on the ground in front of you. There's a pair of wings that you could wear like a backpack. And a long tail you could strap onto a belt.
Do I hear any shouting as I remember that?
Not yet. You know that normally happens in a little bit. So if you wanted to, you could inspect one of the toys first before the shouting would happen.
Alright, I will look at the wings.
Okay. You reach over and you pick up the wings, and they have kind of a little thing on them, so if you move your arms in the right way, the wings will kind of flap.
Okay, can I play with it? Can I put it on and start flapping it?
You can put it on and you can start flapping them, and then the yelling starts.
And I get a flashback to the previous yelling, so I understand what it was.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will try to run away from the yelling immediately.
Okay. When you start running, so you run to the hall, and you don't want to stay in the room, right? You want to run. You want to move to the hall. Okay, so you move to the hall and you start running the opposite way down the hall, and immediately you can hear the dog is chasing you once again.
I hear right on my heels.
You hear it right on your heels. Only this time, the dog reaches up and swats at the wings, and as it hits the wings, you feel a puncturing sensation in your back. Right as if the wing were in your back, something just pierced into your back. And the pain will force you awake, and you'll feel the piercing pain in your back. Somebody just ripped a wing off of your shoulder.
So I imagine this would cause me to scream in pain?
Yes.
Can I make some sort of like save or something to hold it in?
You can make a reflex save or a fort save. A fort save to try to hold it back, a reflex save to try to cover your mouth.
Alright. Only one?
Only one. Both? It's kind of like an instinct thing. Either your body goes immediately to, I'm going to keep my mouth shut, or your body goes immediately to, I'm going to cover my mouth.
I think I'm going to try and like just hold the pain back.
Okay. You manage to keep the pain in, and you grip tight, and you can feel like the dragon wrapped in your arms.
Oh, so I wake up with the toy in my hands
yes.
again?
And your backpack is on.
So I guess I would take the backpack off and feel my back. Do I feel blood, or do I feel, or is it just pain?
It feels a little moist, but when you pull your hand forward, it's not blood.
It's just like my cold sweat, or
yeah.
I'll look to the toy and what? Can you speak to me again?
I'm here.
What happened?
I don't know. The dog caught us again, I think.
Do you know what this dog is? What's happening?
It's the dog from when we were kids. It would normally keep us from being hurt, I think. Like if bad things would happen, we would be hurt. And the dog would keep us from being hurt if we didn't mess with the dog.
I don't remember any of this.
As the dragon starts saying the stuff, some of this does start to kind of coalesce in your mind as a memory, but it's kind of cloudy.
These things you mentioned, they're all cloudy to me. Is there a way to remove the clouds from my thoughts? I need to remember this. It seems important.
I'm not sure. Maybe somebody wrote about it or has had this happen to them?
I've never been one for books, but perhaps Dronicus was on something with that library. I'll have to look into this when I have a chance.
I hope that helps.
I hope so too. Can't keep going on like this.
I agree. Well, it's time to go again. Goodbye.
Yes. And yeah, I'll do the same thing. Put it on the thing next to me and try to...
Yep.
I'll be staring at it as I go to sleep.
Okay. Alright, Mal. You are back in your dreamscape with with nothingness around you. I'm assuming you went to bed the same way, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mal, you're back. You can feel the blue light kind of beaming in your direction.
Yeah, I fear I was unsuccessful in trying to find anything related to your memories. I say to the Blackblade.
Okay.
I need more details. Has extra time, an extra night's sleep helped you collect everything or recollect anything additional?
Not really. I know the bad thing is really bad for my dad. I need to find him, but I don't know where he is, and I wish I could remember who he is.
Why would he have black liquid?
I don't know. He did stuff with magic, I think.
So it's a potion.
Perhaps, or maybe he was making something for something else. I don't think he made potions, but I think he made things, or someone. I think maybe someone he knew made things for him. And he might have been testing it or overseeing it.
Tell you what, tomorrow when we're traveling, maybe just being out and seeing some different terrain than the city might spark your memory on some. I suspect that you lived in an isolated spot because not a lot of hunters reside within the city. Usually reside on the outskirts. So maybe seeing some types of trees or something even help.
I hope you're right. Mal? Did I do something wrong?
I would shift my focus back to Ayun, and I just say no. I'm just trying to see if I can help him remember any additionally, and I'm not succeeding.
I'm sorry, Mal. I know I did remember some things. When I would interact with things that were like the things from my past, or when I found myself in the throes of combat, things would come back to me. Something about the being in motion, being used, seems to reactivate the thoughts.
I see. If I can stay conscious this time, I'll try and see if I can get him more experience.
Thank you. Perhaps that will help.
In the meantime, is there anything you need? I don't exactly know what it is you need.
I just...
Are you at peace? Are you at peace in this state?
When you're here, please don't go away. I don't
doing
like
my
when
best,
you're away.
but it's a cruel world, so
I know.
No promises.
I will do what I can to help you. I'll be there when you need me.
Your guidance has been invaluable so far. So.
Thank you. Good night, Mal.
You're the closest thing I've had to a friend.
You're very much so mine.
And I go back to sleep.
All right, Cassius. Your perfectly normal dream.
Yep.
Once again, out in the field, Wayfinder in your hand.
Not looking at anybody's face if I can avoid it.
Okay. What about your Wayfinder?
Or anything with a face.
All right.
I'll look at that.
It starts to do that thing where the Wayfinder spins and spins and then stops.
Uh-oh. Like, alright, so it stops.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to kind of like move around a little bit, like walk a little bit this way, that way, see. Get like a relative idea of where it's at.
It keeps pointing in the same direction.
So it doesn't change much, so it's something of ways away, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I guess I'll just head that way.
Okay. You bump into Spinksara.
Huh? And then I'm gonna walk around her.
Okay. That's fine.
Well, I'm gonna like say something like "excuse me" to her when I do that. Just respond.
Yeah. And do you look at her at all as you walk past?
Nah.
You start walking that way, and you can feel like the world around you start to race by you very, very quickly, and you arrive at the mountains.
I'm gonna look at, do I have my maps with me?
You forge around, and yeah, you have your maps. They're really fucked up. Like, cities and landmarks are all over the place, and they're kind of floating about the map in this weird, like, slurry of locations.
Kind of like looking at a clock in a dream.
Yeah, and then they all kind of start to line up, and they form a Wayfinder. And the arm starts to spin, and then point the same way yours is, to the southwest.
I'm gonna look at miscellaneous other objects in my inventory and see if they just turn into Wayfinders all of a sudden.
If you bring out your crossbow, like a bolt is loaded in it, and it starts spinning, and then points southwest.
What about my whiskey?
Your whiskey has like the face of like some kind of symbol on it, and the symbol starts spinning until it points southwest, and like looks kind of Wayfinder-ish.
I'm just gonna go southwest, I guess.
Okay. You start crawling your way through up the mountain. And give me a fort save.
I'm just gonna go through the mountains. Is that something I can do?
You can try.
I'm just gonna jump.
Give me a fort save for that. Okay. Or in that case, give me a reflex save.
Yep. I'm just gonna jump as far towards my destination as I can.
Okay. Oh, you go to jump in that direction, and you feel the world around you start to rip out from underneath you. Like somebody just tore a map asunder, and that was what you were walking on. And you start falling deep down into the void. And you wake up.
I'm gonna finish off some of those drinks that I've got sitting next to me. I'm not drinking all 7 before I go to bed, by the way.
Okay.
I'll just start checking my stuff and make sure it's not. Is my Wayfinder acting all goofy?
Your Wayfinder is once again pointing southwest.
I'm gonna try to keep a mental note of like the times of day or like the locations I'm at that it's doing and see if there's a pattern.
Okay. Cool. And that is where your dreams will all end. A good night was had by all. Alright, so the next morning you guys can have breakfast. Is there anything you want to discuss over breakfast before setting out?
Yeah, thanks for the potions, Mixar.
No problem.
You're one of the good ones.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, it seems like a weird thing to say.
Huh. I'm just gonna kind of like look around at the rest of the group that didn't say that. All right.
There's definitely some kind of deeper meaning in that, but unfortunately, sense motive doesn't let you read people's minds. So.
Huh.
And Zeke's just not going to answer that question. Just going to continue on. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm just gonna see if anybody else noticed it.
Yeah, I would say something like, Zeke, what do you mean by that?
Oh, he's not racist. He's just sexist.
Well, I took it. Well, I don't know if it's meta or not, but I took it like he was saying she's one of the good spellcast. Because he just got a magical potion, so it seemed like he's like saying like you're one of the good spell people.
It's hard to tell. Like that, there's a little bit of meta. There's a little bit of metaing there. Not a lot, because he could mean a couple other things. Like he could just mean he could have had like bad experiences with people, and he could mean like she's just one of the better people. He's given some measure of hints about spellcasting, so there's a very thin thread you could use to like think maybe he means spellcasting more than other things.
Well, I definitely would think that was an odd thing to say.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I definitely would say, like, what do you mean by that?
Absolutely. And Cassius would be more in line with, like, feeling like this is definitely something ostracizing some specific group, but not really certain what that group could be.
Well, yeah, he was assuming I was sexist, right?
Yeah.
No, I was kidding about that.
No, since you're sexist.
And where were you last night, by the way? Did we? What's going on? Something's. Being...
I just had to switch rooms. I didn't like that other one.
Okay. And Spinks being one of the good ones. What was that about?
I'm just gonna stare with a confused look on my face. What are you talking about?
All right. Well.
All right. You guys can head out to the cart.
Do I pick up my poster? How's it look?
Oh, it looks pretty good, actually. Let's actually see exactly how good. Oh, it looks fantastic. Mal looks rather frightening in the poster. They really overdid like the orc thing. The Mantis Man looks very creepy. and he's got like an army of badgers around him. And there's just like ravens everywhere on this thing.
Fantastic. Can I make some? Would I have knowledge of like what kind of tip is like good for this?
Give me an appraise.
Would I know this? An appraise?
Yeah, I think appraise would be appropriate here. You would say this is probably like worth a couple of gold, easy.
All right, I'll hand him 5 gold.
He claps his hands excitedly. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll take it and bring it to the cart.
All right. They will tie it along one of the walls of the cart.
Very good.
And you all will set off. It is a long, grueling journey to Comminster. And it begins with what it always begins with.
Survivals and perceptions?
Indeed, indeed.
Cassius, put those new maps to work. Help guide us.
Maps.
Alright, the cart will dramatically decrease the number of encounters you have.
Yep.
Man, is my perception button just broken? I swear to God, every perception I rolled this session is an 11. That's insane.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to roll
keep rolling threes.
Alright, so nothing happens during the first leg of the journey. Let me get myself zoomed in here. And move the token. The next leg is also uneventful. There's good checks keeping us on track. The next leg... Oops. Not trying to resize you.
Woo! Got that crit.
Yep, still good. Ooh.
Oh.
Alright, let's see what we
The
got.
adamantium golem.
We're doing so good.
We gotta take revenge for my party.
Then we ran into that adamantium.
Oh no, this is just a bison, so you guys are good.
Alright.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, hold on. I'm sorry about that. It is not a bison.
It's a fire-breathing bison. Possessed by an evil demon.
The usual.
Let me bring you to the encounter map.
Make will saves or be possessed.
Alright, so you guys are bringing the cart along. I need a cart. Cart. Sure, I'll just take this. Why? I hate... You know what? I'm going gridless. I'm so tired of things being resized. 35 pixels is the length. Let me see if this works correctly.
No, I just get a free enlarged person every combat entrance, right?
No. Let's shrink you down to size. Ah! Why is it doing that? There we go. Let's make the cart larger. This big, long cart. Let's copy it.
I kind of liked it at first. This is the most disturbing looking cart ever.
Alright, so these will be the carts. You guys are acting as the guards. So please position yourselves accordingly. Wherever you wish to be.
It's 3 carts?
We'll say it's 3 carts. It's the equivalent of 3 carts. It's actually one long cart being pulled by 3 horses.
Is my banner on the middle one?
Your banner is across, like the main cart. So it's 3 horses pulling a very long cart.
Oh, a very long cart.
Yeah, I don't have here. Let's do the significantly warped proportionate thing. There we go.
So, not to like be super retconny, but I think before we would leave the town, I think Mildronicus or we would be told of which order we should be marching in. I would think, or we would decide this.
Sure.
So,
I'm fine with that. If you guys just set up however you would.
Yeah. So, Mildronicus, what order should we march in?
Well, I'd kind of look at Ryan. What is your fight style, anyways? I tried defending you last fight, and you charged in anyways. Like, are you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, mostly melee from either up close or about 15 feet away. 10, 15 feet.
Okay. Well, perhaps you and Zeke can be in the front, and me and Arius is kind of the hybrids, can be in the middle, and we'll keep our one healer in the back, protect her, make sure she doesn't get into a bad spot.
Okay.
So we each take one side each, and perhaps Sphinx just taking up the rear, right behind the cart.
Sure.
All right, I'll take the right side in the middle.
All right.
Or this one.
This is what you mean by back, right?
Yeah, unless you prefer to be somewhere else.
God damn it.
I was just making sure that's fair.
What? Hi.
So something like that.
Yep, I think that's how we'd be proceeding.
All right, and approaching the cart.
Oh, wait. There we go. More accurate.
No. Approaching the cart is one of the biggest lions any of you have ever seen. And it is hungry.
Nope.
Oh dear.
Do we all notice it?
With a 15, it got quite a bit of distance in on you guys. I'm trying to adjust accordingly, make sure that's reasonable to where you guys would catch it. Yeah, you guys would get about there as you'd start to see it kind of move into view. Actually, I can move the cart a little ways. Hold on. The cart would be the cart and you guys would be a little further over comparatively as you would start to see it coming into view. And I'm going to need everybody to give me initiative. Clear the existing one.
Did you give me my initiative button? That is the new question.
Shit.
I don't think so.
I don't think
you
so.
did not.
All right. Just click on your character and then click on your initiative in your character sheet. Sorry, I forgot about that. And I'll link this to a character as well.
What? It said no valid token was selected? I had my dude selected.
It will sometimes do that.
I switched mine because I rolled it the first time when, still. So, like, I got that 18 on the old, and then it got erased, so I had to re-roll it again.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just wanted to let you know, so I'm not cheating over here.
No, cheating.
That way I can, push Mal in front of this thing first.
Alright, did you get it to work, Tom? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's sort the order. And let's start. Oh god, the lion rolled incredibly well.
Oh.
Fuck.
Alright, who's instantly dying?
It's game time, boys. And girls. And girl. And grill. Alright, it is going to, with its crazy movement, charge at Zeke. Oh, I'm sorry, at Cassius.
Nope.
He was walking in total defense.
They actually switched sides. It's Zeke on that side. Cassius.
God, why is this always happening to me?
Does a 31 hit? Take 10 points of damage. And... Does that beat CMD?
Yes.
Alright.
What the hell is...
Does a 20... I'm assuming a 25 hits and a 31. So also take 12 and 9. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to math.
That is...
What is that, 31? Cool! 31 again in the...
I mean, you're still up. And it is,
yeah.
And it's your action. Hey,
I'm not like pounced or anything, right?
I mean, to be fair, I rolled crazy high, so...
So sorry,
I'm not like...
What was the combat maneuver? Is he grappled? Or
so what they get is
or...
when they succeed... Hold on. It's pounce. Let me bring up the pounce rule here.
What is the... Oh, there we go.
Hold on.
Hell, I might as well not even be wearing armor with my crazy bonus.
Go. Sorry, it takes me a little while to get to this stupid thing. When a creature with a special attack makes a charge, it can make a full attack, including rake attacks, if the creature also has the rake ability.
Oh, so he's not prone or grappled or anything?
No. Well, no, he is grappled.
Okay.
He is in the lion's mouth at this point. The lion gets a grab attack. Technically, yeah, technically there's 2 more attacks that go along with that. So thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a 17
Wait,
hit.
it gets 5 attacks?
It gets, when it pounces, it gets to make a full round action. If it succeeds at grabbing an opponent, it gets to make a rake attack with its 2 claws.
For 5 attacks, though, right?
It is 5 total attacks.
Okay.
Jesus.
And... Oh, shit.
Oh, my lord.
That is a confirm. God damn it. Please don't be dead. I worked so hard on your character.
So what, that's an additional 30 damage?
Yes.
No, it's additional... Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the 8 and then the 22.
Yeah. God damn.
Is he completely dead, or are you...
Oh yeah, I was only at 10.
But I
The
mean,
22 would have killed me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, the 22 would have put me at negative 12. And I would have 2 hit points.
Let me reconfirm that I'm running this correctly. It has pounce. And pounce does say, including rake attacks if the creature also has the rake ability.
And a 17 was able to hit you, Ryan?
Was a 17 a hit? You're not considered flat-footed because you knew the encounter was coming.
Yeah, yes, but that's because I didn't realize that I was encumbered. Well, actually,
you would not be
Encumbrance
encumbered.
doesn't lower your AC, does it? Oh, it does.
Yeah, you would not be encumbered in this. It's assumed that you would have taken the time to maneuver items around.
Stuff on the cart and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm not encumbered, then me at 18 for my hit
Okay,
point,
so then that
sorry.
attack is a miss, and so you're at whatever you would be negative.
So I'd be at negative 12.
Okay.
And what are you dead if you go more negative than your
He
con?
needs to be negative 14 to be dead.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so Cassius, I need you to give me a fort save. DC is 12. You are stabilized. Arius.
Meldronicus, your orders. We need to save Cassius.
Oh,
Surround the lion. Surround the lion. I'll try and hold it down while you guys kill it.
If this lion kills me, he better eat my fucking maps. Just out of spite.
I'll eat your maps for you, don't worry.
Thank you, it's in my will.
This, or do I have to
You
walk
cannot
around?
charge through that. It is a massive, massive vehicle.
So I'd have to go like this kind of thing?
Yes.
Can we say I can make it there in 30 feet? I'd be like, I guess precisely here.
That would get you there, yes.
Okay.
I'll be all right. I have an 18 AC. I have 41
The good
hit
news
points.
is it's presently engaged in a grapple with Ryan, so it does not get a attack of opportunity on you.
I was counting on that. So as a free action, I'll grow my claws and I'll try and rake it with my claws.
All right. 19 is a hit. For 6 and 22 is also going to hit. So for 13. Zeke.
Alright, let's see. Controlled rage. I'll move in my 20 feet and attack.
Alright.
With a power attack.
Yep. Move yourself in there.
I need to measure out.
Yeah,
to
if
where
you
I
pick
can
up your
go
character and
try
hold
to-
and hold Q, well, you're kind of pulling it. It's a weird action to do.
We need to go 20 feet.
If you hit Q again, you can change your orientation. You can like set a different point. So like for example, if you are using the ruler, you pull it forward and then you would hit Q, and that'll set like where your stop point is.
All right, and I'm at range.
Yeah, you're fine
I
there.
have a reach weapon.
Yep.
All right, and here is my attack. And this is with power attack.
Okay. Ooh. It is engaged in a grapple, so that is a hit for 15 points of damage. Nice hit.
All right.
That's going to take us to Spinksara.
Now I gotta get all the way around the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Or cast a ranged spell, right?
So I move 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and I still get an action, right?
Yes.
So I'll move the 30 feet, which is roughly in front of Mel.
Well, if Mal wants to charge, you'll be blocking his charge. Well, actually not in this particular case. He won't be, but... And then I'm guessing you want a Burning Hands like this?
Yes.
No, not straight
Definitely
down.
not like this, but like this.
We're gonna Burning Hands on an angle where we hit the lion, but not hit our almost dead part.
So, like this. I mean, you're cutting it close there. And that's the closest you can move in?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was about 30 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Burning Hands. We'll try to reflex for half. That was a very low roll. Where's this reflex? Hello, reflex. Oh,
Whoa.
just barely makes it. It takes 4.
Rounds up
I think so.
or down?
I'm gonna say it rounds up. You guys need the help. Maldronicus.
What matters?
Hey, come on, man. We're trying our best here.
You guys are actually like doing some solid damage here, so it's just a shame Cassius was like, it mauled to death.
He's like, get 5 attacks at plus 13. Let's do this.
Yep, get mauled out to death.
Oh.
Shocking Grasp Singsara.
Oh, I forgot about this. I don't know if you want to do it now or later. +2 damage against demons, evil fae, and plants, and animals corrupted by evil.
This is not an animal corrupted by evil.
Alright, fine.
So,
although technically, real quick, Zeke, do you get additional damage against magical creatures?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking. I know you had all the other magical lineage stuff. I just wanted to make sure.
I don't have anything like that.
Okay.
So I will.
I'll eventually have Witch Hunter.
I will use a swift action.
Gotcha.
Okay. Power my Black Blade. I'm using the non-blue one, the black. The one that's.
Give me a will save.
Didn't this lion see our banner?
Okay. Yep. You pull out the Black Blade.
And I am going to Blade Lash this guy.
Okay.
So the sword just kind of turns into a whip, and I just try and essentially trip the lion.
Okay.
Whoa.
So this is at a +12 to whatever this roll is.
Okay.
So 33.
That is impressive. The lion will just barely manage to fall down. Like, you see it, like, resist the whip around it, and it's, like, fighting back, and you manage to get one solid tug at it, and it finally, like, slips up and falls slightly to the ground.
And then after it's on the ground, I will walk here to complete the surround on it.
Okay. All right.
Sword ready.
The lion will go, and the lion will let go of Cassius, try to stand up.
Mullet! Get it! I scream.
That should be a round of attacks of opportunity from peeps.
Yes.
Oh shit. Lion takes 8 from Arius. And 20 from Zeke. And 15 from Mal. Very good. This lion is deceased. Well done, gentlemen. And lady, well done.
I'll immediately try to go through Cassie's things and pour his potion down his throat if I can.
You cannot pour a potion down his throat.
You can't do that?
No. If you remember all the things that are not liked by Koibu, he's actually right on that. It is very, very close to impossible to pour a liquid down somebody's throat when they're unconscious.
Okay, then I'll
you pour it in their eyes.
We don't need a potion. We have a healer. I'd say just Singsara, can you try and get Cassius up?
Yeah, I'll run over and I will do all.
Okay.
I will start with a healing, and then probably also do a cure moderate.
Okay. All right. So first game 7, and then game 19. Nice roll.
All right, 19 out.
And that's on the lion, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is the lion like completely dead or is it bleeding out?
The lion is completely dead.
Does it doesn't turn into a human? Oh, it's completely dead.
It is oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, give me a heal check.
All right, yeah, I want to assess this as Cassius being.
It is not completely dead.
Does it revert to a human form, or is it just a bleeding
it's
lion?
not a werelion. It is just a massive, massive lion.
Would this be anything that I read about? Does it have any signs of the magical enrichment?
Yeah. So as you're looking at this thing, like, this is an example of where having to hunt magical creatures has sort of forced this thing to evolve into a much larger and much more powerful predator. This is the kind of thing that you remember from the book. It talked about. Like, having to fight, like, bison, to feed off a bison, it would have to hunt, like, these creatures that now can, like, do substantially more damage to it, especially with, like, magic empowering them. And as they feed on the magic, that kind of forces their form to get larger over time. Sort of like they're eating the the ether from the creatures themselves.
Can I just like do? I just want to like get like measurements on it, just to like sort of start keeping my own journal of these encounters with these things.
Sure.
So,
is anybody killing this thing, by the way?
Yeah,
Yes.
as he's like taking notes, I'm gonna start using my claw to rip its belly open.
Okay.
Search its stomach
This is a potential hit.
Art.
objects.
Ryan's favorite are certainly art.
By the way, thank you, Sphinx. I'm assuming that you healed me.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
it's not a problem.
I tried to force feed you your potion, but it didn't really work out. So
You didn't waste it doing that.
I
did you?
didn't. I was fumbling with it when Maldronicus ordered you to heal him. But
Is that why my eyes are so sticky?
just know the thought was there, friend. That's all I'm trying to make. No.
Alright, well, some of this is going to go this way. And
I appreciate it.
Alright, so it's got a scroll inside of it, a wand inside of it, 22 gold, 8 silver, and 5 copper.
Is someone noting this down, or is this gonna?
Yep.
A box of arrowheads, a flint and steel, a handsaw.
Is there a trebuchet?
No. A small cask of oil,
What?
and a bolt of linen. Yeah.
And a bolt of linen.
can you
Save that bolt of linen for another. we
repeat
need
one more time,
banners.
Steve?
Yeah. A box of 20 arrowheads, a flint and steel, a handsaw, a small cask of oil, and a bolt of linen.
And a scroll and a wand.
Yep, and a scroll and a wand, and 22 gold, 8 silver, and 5 copper.
All we had to do was throw a torch down its stomach and it would have exploded. Cask of oil?
Cask of oil.
Still intact?
Still intact. Obviously,
And
it
how much
just
does that
freshly
weigh?
eaten whatever this was. Some person was probably carrying around this stuff. This is like a level 1 character's like inventory.
Who died at level 1, guys? Who is this the remains of?
It wasn't me. I died at level 2.
Does somebody want to give me a couple of quick spellcrafts on these 2 items?
Sure.
I'll do one.
Okay.
You've been doing too many.
Well, the team effort here will identify that what you got is you got yourselves a Wand of Arcane Mark and a Scroll of Sea Invisibility.
We're really good at getting cantrip ones. Exactly so as I already have prepared on top of it, just to make it even more like ironic. Alright, so we got scroll of what was the scroll?
Sea Invisibility. It's a level 2 spell.
Wand of Mark. Okay.
It can also be used to counter or dispel invisibility.
Aha. So what do I need to make a checked measurements? Is this like this isn't normally a thing I would do, so I don't even know what this would.
What do you mean measurements? I'm sorry. Yo, you wanted to keep track of the thing. So yeah, this thing is it should be like 15. This is actually smaller than it was. This should be slightly larger. Oh no, I'm sorry. It is not much. It's like 12 actually. Should be about right. Yeah, 12 by about 10 across. And it's certain. Well, I guess not 10, about 8 across. So it's pretty huge.
Yeah, I would just write that down. I don't even know if I guess maybe I could ask Cassius or Cassius. You're a hunter, or do you hunt a lot?
Off scale.
Something like that.
So this lion, 12 by 10, like how large is that from like what you would normally expect a lion?
Make that knowledge nature check and roll 24.
Go ahead and give me a knowledge nature. Got a 24. Very nice. Let me shrink that down just a little bit. That's actually what its dimension should look like. So on a 24, you would actually know What was the question that you had originally, Mal? So I can make sure that question gets answered as well.
I was curious to know how much larger than a normal lion this is.
This is about twice, maybe about 1.5 to 2 times the size of a normal lion. So a normal lion would not be nearly as bulky. It would not stand as tall, and it would definitely not be as wide and as long overall. So it's about 1.5 to 2 times the size.
Jesus, these mountains out here do crazy things to these beasts.
Can I try and like gather the remains of it to like be able to make like something out of it, like the skin? Is that something I could do?
I mean, you could gather remains and try to come up with fun ideas for what you're doing with them. They're gonna start to smell if you don't have a way to keep them.
Can I have any knowledge of how to preserve this? So when I get to like a tanner or something,
You got any ranks in cooking or craft
knowledge
hide?
Nature?
You can try knowledge nature. I'll give you that. No.
Are you serious?
If he's mentioning that, I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, perhaps we can bring this back to the town and make something out of it.
All right. 19.
Oh man, that's really delayed. Oh, you rolled on the same. Okay.
Yeah, he mentioned it, and then I
How did it come after?
On a 19, you know that meat's gonna spoil pretty quickly, especially with the amount of travel that you still got ahead of you. You still got several hours of travel, so this is gonna go bad. Like this is potentially gonna go bad, pretty bad.
I want to preserve, take the skin.
Oh,
like the hide.
You know that you could maybe try to shave this thing. It's a bit difficult to do. Somebody would need like craft leatherworking in order to properly do that, but you do know that it's possible. You could potentially load the whole thing up on the cart if they'll let you put it on the cart.
Oh yeah, I'm yelling that from like next to the driver in the cart. By the way.
If you guys don't think it's worth it, then forget it. I just thought it'd be cool to have some cloaks, but
I don't think bringing it along as a trophy would be a good idea. It sends the wrong message. I mean, obviously this line was out of control of the sentient animals that we've met, but I don't think we also just want to leave it here to rot. That's sort of disrespectful too. Possibly we could burn it or bury it.
Scoop out its head and make a bowl.
We kind of glossed over this, but the carriage, is there one driver or is there a few?
There are a couple of different drivers. Yeah, there's about 3 drivers.
Are they? Do we know like where they're from? Are they from like the town?
They're from the town.
Like, all right, so I'll kind of huddle everyone closer and kind of whisper so they don't hear. And I'll say,
do they have like the insignias like they did from the last time?
Give me a perception, because they each do have insignias, but they're not like super visible. That's actually still enough to because you saw that they were different before, so you're kind of expecting it. You see that each of the 3 of them have different insignias on their chest.
When he huddles this up, I'll mention that. I'll move out of here.
Okay.
I'm not walking in the front again while I'm still injured.
Let me see actually something here. There is a chance. Okay. You guys notice, you guys can huddle up, but you notice there is somebody getting down from the cart and heading over towards you. So you guys can have a quick discussion before that would happen, but
yeah, I would just say, are these guys going to report that the roads are dangerous and we didn't do our job?
Do I recognize any of this last time? Or
no, they're not the same guys.
They've got all 3 different symbols from different different guilds or different.
It's different. It's different guilds.
Okay.
Well, they are all technically part of the Couriers Guild, but the Couriers Guild has like different sub factions or it's different sub companies, and those sub companies are kind of like the Couriers of blah blah blah, and the Couriers of blah blah blah, and the Couriers of blah blah blah.
I'll just mention it. It might be like a way to like kind of make sure that everybody's on level by sending somebody from each one, but I have no idea.
And I'd say this But this also doesn't appear to be one of the sentient types. These are just the large, naturally growing ones. I don't even know if our animal friends can control these ones. So, I mean, something like this doesn't seem like anything's been broken on, at least as far as I can see. I guess we'll have to find out more once we get to that bridge.
Yeah, magic shit.
Excuse me, begging your pardon.
Yes.
Are you going to keep that?
I'm gonna look over at Arius and see.
Do you have a better use for it that's not as wasteful as the things we were planning?
We'd be willing to buy that for you if you don't want to keep it.
Can I try to? Would I know how much this is worth? Like, can people make?
With an appraise, you can get an idea. With a sense motive, he sounds like he's got some kind of value in this thing.
Yeah, that's what I gathered, but I don't know what's a fair price.
I don't have a bonus to it, but it's not. Doesn't need to be trained, so that's good.
It's quite a trophy. I know a lot of people who like to pretend they make trophies, or they won trophies, and I think I could manage to sell that for quite a price.
You know how to clean it out properly?
I wouldn't be. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say me. I often do that when I'm speaking for the company. We would be able to get it in contact with the right people and make sure it is skinned and sold to the proper buyer. We could give you as much as 150 gold for it.
I'll just look to the rest of the party, and I'm not sure how much it's worth. So,
can I sense motive on that, or is that like I wouldn't have any idea?
No, you can sense motive on that. I mean, he sounds like he's giving you maybe a fair shake. You don't really know exactly what it's worth, but it sounds like a large amount of money, and this was a pretty big task.
That's 150 more than we had.
Considering he's going to have to put in all the work and do all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, it accomplished our goals. It means we don't just leave this lion laying around here, like slaughtered for no reason. I think it's fine.
Would you mind loading it on the truck? And he like points to his very tiny little gnomish arms. I don't think I could do it myself.
About how long do we have until the meat rots, or?
The meat's fine. We're not worried about the meat. Unless you want to eat it. Do one of you cook?
No, I didn't want it to rot on our journey, that's why.
Oh, that's fine. We'll put it in, we probably got one of the bags back there.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'll step to one side of the lion.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess we're a strength-based party. Let's try this.
Oh.
Okay. He real quick he rushes to the cart, rummages through some things, and pulls out like a large sack. And that he can like wrap the thing up in, and if you guys can go ahead and give me a strength check.
Strength check?
Yep. Alright, together that's enough to manage to like lift it up enough that he can get the sack over it. Yeah, definitely. And then you guys can help him get it onto the cart, no problem. With your combined strength. Thank you so much. And he hands you guys the 150 gold.
Are you okay there, Cassius? These things are ferocious. I've been on the receiving end myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up. I think I'm gonna kind of navigate from outside the cart for a little while.
Yeah, that's fine. We're almost there anyways. I hope we just don't encounter anything else. But if you'd like, you just rest in the cart, and Zeke and I can...
I'm gonna sit up front and kind of like do survival and stuff and perception, but that way I don't get ambushed by anything. Ideally.
Okay.
Sure. You navigate, and Zeke and I will stay up front.
I'm casting Mage Armor, offering it on anyone else who wants it.
You're casting what?
Mage Armor.
Okay.
On myself.
Alright, you guys are gonna get a little off track. Spinks, you're gonna realize that you guys are off track, but you guys are gonna end up a little off track.
So I do offer this to the party if anyone wants mage armor.
Okay.
No one says anything.
I'll take it if you're offering. Of course.
There are
Like-
no negative consequences, so go ahead and give Sphinx. You'll notice immediately, like, oh, guys, we're over here now. We need to turn this around. And you guys can give me another set of checks.
I mean, botching both of my skill checks wasn't a good thing.
All right.
Sphinx is like just like we're supposed to be along the ocean, guys, and we're not along.
We're literally
Very,
moving
very
away
advanced.
from it.
Just very advanced observation. But it's
As long as we're not moving into the ocean.
You guys can see in the distance there is a pack of Crenshaw that for a moment think of approaching, and then notice how large the caravan is and kind of make their distance, or keep their distance. Oops. Shit.
I mean, would it be a bad idea to throw some meat at them? Some lion meat?
We'd have to.
If we still have them?
You'd have to carve it out. It's not relevant right now. Let me
Not
get
worth it.
another round of checks.
Just for the record, every 3 hours I'm recasting mage armor.
Okay.
So you can let me know how many casts I've wasted.
Yeah, that pack of Crenshaw seems to be following you, but all seems fine. And one more round of checks. All right, you all will arrive in Comminster. Let me get you guys there. All right. So, Comminster is a very large town, bordering on like relative city status in some ways. It is very well organized. You guys will reach the West Road that will lead you in through the markets. It has to move its way around, get to the docks, and drop things off. But we will go more into that next week. Let's dish out some experience. First, we got
Of the near death kind.
yes. All of you die almost.
No, I think I'm good.
All right, so I am gonna hand out the Dire Line. Obviously, you're gonna get another 500 for continuing with the mission and arriving in Comminster. 200 for role playing. I think everybody gave a little piece of the recap except Sphinxara. So everybody can get 100 for that participate in the recap. And I'm doing this math wrong. And the Lion nets you each 320 experience.
Sounds good.
All right. Very good job tonight, everyone. This is good progress. That was a very close call with Cassius. By
1
hit point. Yeah. No.
Oh no, yeah, two hit points, but 1 AC.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Damn, I'm still level 2, guys.
Really?
Hey, actually.
Wait, how are you still level 2? Are you like off by like tiny bits?
Yeah. A couple hundred. I'm at 4,660. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Hey.
I'm feeling extra generous. I'll bring you up to the rest of the party. Why don't you go ahead and put yourself at minimum for 3rd level?
All right, 5K.
Give it to him because he answered questions, all right?
I'll give it to him for answering
that's
questions. I'll be
true.
at last minute. In fact, those of you that did answer the questions, he'll get that. He'll getting up to the rest of you guys. The other 2 of you can take 50 XP for answering those questions.
What?
I meant to do that and I forgot to do that.
What is the XP to level 4?
The XP to level 4 is 9,000 XP.
Alright, then I think I'm leveling, if I did math proper.
Let's take a look.
You almost certainly are, because you're higher than you have more experience than I do, and I leveled.
Am I rolling my HP right now, or at the beginning of next session?
Go ahead and roll your HP now.
Alright. Yep, I get to reroll. I'm a barbarian.
You definitely do get to reroll on that. Jesus.
Ugh,
Reroll that.
much better. I need all of
Alright,
that.
good for Zeke as well. Spinks, why don't you go ahead and give me yours? Arius, did you level as well?
I did, but I previously lost my level from
Right,
using
so
the
you're
amulets, and
regaining
I
yourself.
Yeah, so I didn't lower my HP
Right.
because you said not to, so
Yep.
I won't roll anything.
Alright, good roll for Spinks. We got some good hit point rolls there. Alright, so is there any reason we are not on for next week?
I don't think so.
Not-
Not for me.
Nothing for me.
Alright, so a couple of quick things to both people watching and to people participating. In our Discord, we have a couple of small interactions that are occurring as sort of filler for like gaps that we might have where we may not have time to process additional stuff, or for people to answer some questions about their characters. We're currently working on how we want to share that externally, so that may come up in the future. In the meantime, participating in the stuff on there does get you some measure of XP rewards. They're not going to be large, but they're also going to help guide the story in a lot of ways. And if you want to help me give more clarity to your background and get you more engaged in your overall storyline, that is a good way to do it. Is by the biggest thing to me is answering questions in the hot seat section, so I can get a feel for like stuff about your character. I will periodically be dropping ones in there as I come up with them. And the additional RP section is if you have either some private one-on-one stuff that you want to talk about that wouldn't necessarily involve the party, you can isolate like these are the people and we want to have this talk. You want it to be on the record, but you may not necessarily want to have to take time away from other people trying to have that game time to do that that scenario. You can kind of use that space for that scenario. And then we'll figure out a way to post them up later on. And yeah, ultimately though, I don't feel like we get enough time to run this game. If I could, I would somehow
Well, and
fabricate
whose
more.
fault was that? And their dinner.
Yeah, well,
Steve
the oven.
should have just ate a Pop-Tart for dinner like I did.
Jeez. I'm sorry if your dinner was actually a Pop-Tart. That's...
It was.
Oh, it's not dinner.
Well, it was
Yeah,
two.
Tom.
It was one package of Pop-Tart.
Yeah, Tom, be an adult and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner like
Alright.
me.
Yeah, does anybody have any questions before we wrap up?
Nope.
Nope.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, then. I am going to head to bed. I am crazy exhausted. So, good night, everyone.
All right.
Right.
See you guys.
Later.
See you guys.